See, when we were very, very young children, we don't understand remorse or guilt or shame, but as our brain develops, okay, and before it gets to full maturity, we start to experience these complex emotions that are, well, hard to grapple with, right? And a lot of boys, they start to realize they really owe a lot of action. But here's the thing. To figure out what is required, right? To figure that out requires one to possess a set of very important qualities, and of which the most important one, listen up, is the 3-step ability to sit still, focus, and contemplate. Without this skill, okay, without this 3-step ability, you lost. And here's the irony, right? This is what the manosphere isn't telling you. Right? It's duping you because it knows that you desire action, but here is the paradox of action. To act in a way that is positive to the goal of that action itself, you have to prevent yourself from acting in the first place by having enough discipline to sit down and calm yourself down and focus and contemplate on your action and its consequences. But we are, well, see, here's the thing. When we tell children this insane mantra of let boys be boys, okay? You know what happens? And this is by design, by the way. I'm not saying this is an accidental thing. No, it's not. Okay? This is by design. They want boys to never end up growing up to men. This is what they want. Because they want boys to stay in their primal desire for as long as they can and never mature, never have the internal discipline to regulate themselves and to sit down and to stay still, to be serene and tranquil and understand oneself from the inside first. And the manosphere will sell you all types of solutions that jumps to some type of action that leads you nowhere. One of the example is hustle culture. Look, I'm not saying it's bad to hustle. It's not bad to hustle. Obviously, at points in your life, you gotta hustle. But let's be real. When you're out there, okay, if you have enough discipline to wake up at 4:30 a.m. every day, what else couldn't you do but to spend the next 2 hours, okay, commuting to a gym, pumping yourself out, taking all types of supplements, which takes a lot of money. Gym membership costs a lot. And you might be subscribed to a certain type of meal plan, which may not even the best for you. And you take all these protein shakes or these other shakes, and then you commute back, which wastes even more money and time, and then you have to shower. All these are additional costs and time that you spend. You don't even know why you are working out. You don't even understand why you're doing it. They do, though. They understand that. Because it traps you in this feeling, this fake sense of action, this goalless building into nothing. Because that's you're lost, right? And they know you're lost, and they want to keep you lost. They're going to keep letting the boy in you be the boy in the man and overtake the man. Because as boys, look, there's a word called boisterous. Look that up, okay? It means being rowdy, okay? Not all, but a lot. And I've seen that when I was young. That's predominantly what we see of a lot of boys. Not exclusive to boys too, but we are very rowdy when we were young, okay? We got a lot of energy. And rowdiness is good for the manosphere. Because it means you're out of control. It means you can't sit down and think about what really matters to you in the long term. So they give you all these quick solutions, these things that make you feel you're in the moment, right? It makes you feel you're moving somewhere, you're moving nowhere, you're moving backwards. You know how many men overwork themselves at the gym and dies or loses something permanently or is disabled for the rest of their life in their 20s? How are they going to live now? How are they going to do that? You know how many people overstrain their bodies? Why are you doing that? If you got the time and the money in your 20s, why wouldn't you spend that time and a bit of that money reading some really good books? Well, because that's hard. Because that's not part of what boys want. Not all. I'm not saying it's all. You don't want to do that. And this is the thing about education, man. This is why the manosphere loves the uneducated. Because if you're educated, you look at some of the things they say and you go, wait, that's kind of extreme. It's not black and white like that. There's a gray area here. Let's talk about the nuance. Let's be discerned. Let's not judge before we understand. You get into that, but no, that's not where they want you to be. They want you to be primal. They want you to be overtaken by instincts. Because they want you to stay like a boy. And they the big daddy too. So they can control you and command you and not let you have your individuality. And control. And at the same time, they're convincing you have individuality. You don't. When you behave like an animal, you behave like the standard sample. You don't have individuality where you behave like an animal, like a savage that they think is a proud thing to be. You got no autonomy because it's very easy to control an animal. You know where the buttons to press to make them do what. And this is the thing they try to fool you in, is to convince you when you have no internal restraint, you are the freest. No. You are a slave. When you have no internal, where you have no goal inside and no conscience within, anyone can turn you into anything. And that's what the manosphere gets off of. It's very simple. They sell you hustle culture. They sell you hate culture. They sell you ultra machismo culture. Right? They make you feel that you got control. You ain't got no damn control over yourself because you don't. Until you figure out what's inside, no matter how much you got on the outside, you're always being controlled. And that is the fact. So they want to give you, it's if you guys have ever worked a day in your life, you know this. You know how we procrastinate at work? We don't procrastinate at work by playing video games. You're gonna get caught and fired, right? We procrastinate at work by reading through all these unread emails and try to respond to them, try to read them, This is what we call fake work. Okay? All that's trying to do is, whilst procrastinating on the project that has been snowballing for the past 2 months, is now really ugly to look at, and dealing with that, you give yourself this fake work to make you feel like you're doing real work whilst avoiding the actual real work. And that's what you're doing. That's what the manosphere is giving you all these things to do. Get you pumped in the gym, trap you in the corporate life. Now, you have to work and you have to work out. I agree. But that's not the degree they have it at. See, they don't talk about, coming back to oneself and contemplating and, think about, try to be serene, try to be calm, try to be tranquil. That's not what they're talking about. They out you pumped. They want you to be ecstatic, unrestrained, can't be controlled, like this beast, right? Their entire archetype is this beast. But you can't. When you are a beast, you'll be tamed by the beast handler. You'll be tamed by the beast master, and they're the beast master. They're your masters because they master your psyche. They control what you think, And they get you to do their bidding. You become their little soldier. You become their cannon fodder. Howdy, JP. Welcome to the stream. It's been a while since I came in. And, thank you for coming in. And here's the thing, you see? They want you, again, they want you distracted with fake action that feels like real action. So you don't have to take real action to benefit yourself. The real action is always in here. You have to settle this thing. You can't avoid looking at this ugliness inside. You have to settle this thing. No amount of working out, no amount of hustling is going to get this thing resolved. And the manosphere knows that. That's why they want you to stay as boys. That's why they say let boys be boys. Because as boys, we are rowdy, we are highly ecstatic, we are always in this mode of action, do this, try that. Okay? And we don't reflect. We don't sit down. We don't do reviews. We just keep messing around. We do this FAFO thing, okay? Fuck around and find out. That's what we do as boys. FAFO, and look at what happened. FAFO, we're going to live another 4 years in FAFO. That's what happens. And you get screwed over. How many men will be screwed over that they have put 40 years of their adult life, their entire life, into Social Security only for that to be cut? Because they voted for the guy who's going to cut it. FAFO, let boys be boys, and this is what happens. You're a beast. You think being a beast means you're free? No. The beast master knows you better than the beast knows himself. And you're playing right into it. This is why institutional education matters so much. All these manosphere types, they're always anti-mainstream education. Right? They're either going homeschooling or no schooling. Right? You know why? It's very simple. See, they will critique 1,000 things wrong with the educational system here and there. But you know one thing that I will tell you that matters so much? It's the fact that it forces you to sit the F down and calm the F down and focus on that thing that you really don't want to do. And that thing is boring. It's a drudge. It's uneventful. You don't even know if you're gonna be able to finish it or what's at the end of finishing it. It requires a level of focus that is so boring that the idea of that focus isn't even appealing to itself. Right? It's not the same thing as working out. I'm getting pumped. I'm gonna be strong. Read this text about British history. Well, for some people, that's very interesting. But for a lot of us, like, oh my gosh, really? How is that going to matter? That's how we think as boys. And we'll just roll up paper balls and throw at each other. And you see, here's what the manosphere is also fighting for. Okay? This, reform the educational system such that we gave more time to boys to play sports. This is absolute insanity. Okay? What they're saying, again, it's the same let boys be boys rhetoric, okay? What they're saying is this, okay? Since we know you are fidgety, since we know you can't sit down and do things as at the same level as maybe girls would, I don't know, maybe that's the claim, but I'm just reiterating the claim made, okay? So let's allow you to indulge in the thing that hurts you the most. It is your lack of ability to focus. And this idea, can you imagine how harmful this is? This idea that you have to, there's no other way but for you to expend your energy in sports or whatever else. Only then you can calm down and study and learn and focus and sit down and keep your composure and keep your focus for extended periods of time. They're treating boys like disabled girls. This is what the manosphere wants to do. They don't treat you, they want to give you specialized, they want to put you in special school. It's basically a special school for boys, okay? They want to treat you like this, like special, like defective girls, okay? You don't really have what's in it in you to, not participate in something else so they can do the most basic thing in a human life, which is stay calm, stay focused, and think. Like, this is the primary advantage of a human being, other than some, very rare, close species of primates. We're like the only ones, okay? And what the manosphere is selling to young men, and they're selling it as if it's a up. No, it's a down. They're trying to tell you you're defective. They're trying to tell you disabled. You're not as capable as the girls. That's what they're trying to tell you. Oh, we need to make this alternative little path. While the girls spend 2 hours reading classic literature, we're going to cut at least 1.5 hours out of that to make boys play soccer. And then we'll give them half an hour to read the book, in which they will certainly lag behind to the girls. This is what they want for you, men and boys. And I hope you have not been fooled to this degree to think that this is a good plan. No. In fact, what my proposal is for the educational system is that we need to spend more funding and even more effort to make sure our boys can sit down. Again, the 3-step ability to sit still, focus, and contemplate. We need to divert even more resources, not less, not just let them rot in their own primality. Like, what type of education system is the manosphere fighting for? I know they don't want there to be education, so you can be a boy for the rest of your life and they can control you because you're a beast and they're the beast master. They know the beast better than the beast himself. And that's where they want you to be. They want you hurt and broken. They want you to not have the ability to question them first and foremost. And what they will give you is what they want you to question, which is this idea of tranquility, which is this idea of self-reflection, of this idea of retrospection. They don't want you to have that. They will give you material to work with, though. They will tell you who to hate. They will tell you what's wrong with everyone else. See, their vision of accountability is to never have the ability to think for oneself. That's their version of accountability. They don't want you to think. They will give you the type of action that appeals you to, again, your primal desires. Your desire to feel alpha. Your desire to feel strong. Your desire to feel above it all. Your desire to feel almighty and all-powerful. They will feed your desire. They will feed. They want to make you feel like a hustler. They want to make you feel like you're Superman, like you're Batman. They want to make you feel like a damn hero that you are not, because you don't think and you become the villain. And you don't even know you're getting played by the manosphere. And they want to play you more. They want to sell you this vision. They want to sell you this vision that we need to formally educate our boys even less. And guess what that's going to do? That's going to turn you into more of an animal that's easier to handle for the manosphere to play you into their bidding and turn you into a cannon fodder. That's what's up. So don't sell me this idea that we need to let boys be boys. No. Because I know exactly where that leads to. No. My boys will read books just like girls read books. My girls would do sports just like boys would do sports. Don't feed me with that BS. Okay, this type of BS, like boys are, like just leave them to their devices. Spend their time, okay, doing all these other things. Don't read lesser than women. Read lesser than girls. Think lesser. Reflect lesser. Have fewer contemplation sessions. I'm not buying that BS. If you're buying that, you already sold out. You sold your soul for an easier life. You sold your soul to have a life that's more pleasurable in the terms of hedonistic pleasure. These quick little feelings. Oh, I feel so pumped, dude. You sold out to drugs, man. You want to be pumped? Just the drugs out here that make you feel pumped. You sold out. What are you talking about? You want to be pumped? Who don't want to be pumped? You really? You sold out. You sold out to your lowest desire. And that's what the manosphere wants. They want you uneducated, So you got nothing to work on but your most basic instincts and desires, which they know exactly how to fine-tune and get you to do exactly what they want you to do. So don't give me this BS. Oh, that boy, the society is trying to restrict boys to become a certain type of man. Yeah, it's called discipline. It's called actual discipline. It's called the ability to think. Okay, so please do a bit more of that. And again, don't tell me this nonsense about boys shouldn't be forced to sit, give them liberty, this fake liberty, this indulge in your lowest desire liberty, which is the worst type of slavery. You're enslaved by your own neurochemicals. You're enslaved by your own hormones. You don't even control them. They control you. You are under the control of hormones. You call that freedom? You call that liberty? That's slavery. What liberty is that? Didn't Socrates say like similar things? Do you guys know what real Stoic philosophy is? Or you're going to participate in this manosphere Stoic type thing, which is just being mean to people, being rude to people, being a scoundrel, being a scumbag, because that satisfies your internal feeling of being the big guy so you can bully other people. Again, like this entire thing ties together. They want you to be a primal, and they like you a savage, and they want to make you think being a savage, being a beast, being an animal is a proud thing for a man to be, right? They want to reduce you back to boyhood, back into prepuberty. That's what they want you. They want you to rewind. They want you to be underdeveloped so they can control you better. That's what they want. So don't give me this let boys back. No. Boys will sit down and read. I know you don't like mathematics. I know you don't like all these subjects. You feel like, what's the point of physics, bro? Like what's the point of English literature? What's the point of all these? Are we gonna write Shakespeare poems when we grow up? First of all, that's not what I want to do. Second, I don't think I can do it. See, you don't understand. This entire first, however long you're in school, from kindergarten till you graduate from college, maybe 15 years. This entire 15 years is simply there to train one thing. And again, I have to say the important thing 3 times or more. Okay, it's to train your ability, your 3-step ability to what? Sit still, focus, and contemplate. This is indispensable. If you don't have that, you're not a man, you're just a boy. The problem is, if you're a boy, you're already 28, you late. Because you got pulled in down the rabbit hole of the manosphere. And that's why you're late. That's why you're late. You allow yourself to be taken without contemplation. You let these desires overwhelm you, and you participate in these evil. You know it's evil. You know it's evil. You know misogyny is evil. You know racism is evil. You know nationalism, tribalism, all these religious fundamentalism. You know they're all evil. It's not like you're stupid. You're not stupid. You're not stupid. You just lack the type of training that I got. Okay, I'm not a better person than you. Not genetically, no. I'm not born better than you. I just got the right training. Because I got raised in Singapore. Okay, I got raised in Singapore. Everyone sits down and everyone reads. You can play sports after you're done reading and doing all the exams. I got the type of education I never wanted, but it was the best for me. And it's the type of education every boy deserves. It's painful. It's not fun. Who's out here saying learning is fun? Yeah, like some parts of learning is exploratory and fun, but some parts is not. The memorization part is not fun. You're trying to pick apart, decompose something and understand it, it's not fun. The part that says you have to be tested on your knowledge, it's not fun. Who says it's going to be fun? Some part of it is going to be fun. But here's the thing. When these extreme ideologies, when this misogynistic, racist, hateful ideologies come into me and us like Singaporean men, I'm not saying we're not affected. Obviously, some of us will be affected. The propaganda is pretty damn strong. It's a very coordinated attack on not just a man, but all of young men, all boys. Okay, it's entire propaganda. It's entire brainwashing paradigm. It's not just like one outlet. Okay, it's pretty damn strong. But we ain't full. You know why? Because when we see some of the things they say, when we see they're trying to get us to hate the people who put us on this earth, who risk her own life to put us here, and we are supposed to hate them, that makes no damn sense. It don't mean that we just sit down and go, well, do I want to hate my own mother? The fact that she gave birth, the fact that I could even hate, the fact that I even have a body and a conscience and a sentience was to the fact that she could have sacrificed her own so that I get mine. And I just go, well, that makes no damn sense. Okay, I have a lot of problems with a singular examples of women. I have problems with some traits of the collective of women. But you're going to try to get me to hate my own root? You take me for a fool. And the only reason I can do that is I got the education. The part of the education that is strict, that is disciplinary, that tells you sit down. You want to go out there and run around? No, the answer is no. You can't do that at your own free time, but now we're in school. You're going to study the curriculum whether you like it or not. And we're studying the curriculum exactly like the girls do. And that's what's up. That is why, that is how you raise a boy to become a man. You tell him, stop being an animal. Okay? Stop running around like a clown. Okay? Sit down. Like an adult. Be professional. Think. See, in Chinese, we have this term called think thrice before you act. Thrice means like 3 times, as in twice, but thrice. Think thrice before you act. In the West, I think it's called measure twice, cut once. And this is the type of, like, people are going YOLO to FAFO. Especially boys, especially men. This is not how we build civilization. This is not how we maintain the best of civilizations. We do it with great care. We weigh the pros and cons. We're very careful with what we do and what we say. And we know the consequences as they could echo onto eternity. We are very careful. We plan this thing out. This is not an accident. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into plan all these things. The computer I'm recording on, and the phone you're watching this on, this is all planned. This is all designed. This ain't YOLO. This ain't FAFO, you know? Like, what happened to man? Like, what happened to the man, you know? What happened to the sit down and think, let's talk. Sit down, let's talk. Let's have a good discourse. Let's understand things before we commit to it. Let's not be rowdy. Let's not be crazy about things. Let's not be ungrateful to the fact that we only have one life, and let's use it bravely but also carefully. What happened to that? You know what happened? The manosphere took over and said, serenity is feminine. And feminine is bad. It's bad for men, at least. So, be crazy. Go crazy. Okay? Do things first. F around and find out later. And this is the type of society we have. People doing stupid things. People voting for stupid people. People spreading stupid ideologies. And then shooting themselves in the foot, thinking it makes them lighter and it makes them walk faster. This is the type of society we're living in. People drilling holes on the side of the boat that sinks first, and they're lifted up. They think, oh, now I'm better off. No, you're sinking together with us. What you talking about? See, this is the problem. And that's what the manosphere wants for young men. That's what they want for young boys. They don't want you to go to school. They would tell you all these, because you don't want to go to school. I sure as hell I didn't want to go to school. Even now, as I know it benefits me, I still don't want to go back to school. And they can tap into that feeling. They tell you, don't be disciplined. Don't sit down. Don't calm that monkey mind of yours. Don't do that. Just let it all go. Let it take over, okay? And your life's going to spin out like a mess. But it's okay. We'll give you the gym. Okay, we'll give you the gym, and we'll give you corporate hustling to death. Okay, okay, the gym part at least pumps your energy out and makes you feel like you're doing something. Okay, and the hustling part makes you feel like you're achieving something. And then you become a ox. You become the towing ox for them and the people who pays them to spread these propaganda, which is conservative conglomerates paying these people to spread all these things and turn you into a cog into the machine. Okay? And this is for their benefit. And you don't even know how that harms you. You be 35. And the fact that you overworked your body mentally and physically because you be hitting that gym, shooting, I don't know what into your veins, steroids or what. And taking all these protein powder. Why y'all doing that? Does protein powder grow on trees? Like what y'all doing? If you have to take protein powder to be satiated and to be nutritionally sufficient, you are over laboring your body, fool. Like, you're not supposed to do that. Your everyday meals is supposed to be enough for your nutrition and your rest and your recovery. And I see so many young boys just ruining and destroying their bodies. Not enough sleep. Overworking at the gym. Burning out. Doing all these other hustle things. They be dying at 25. Boys are dropping dead at 25. Can y'all see some of that? Can y'all see that? These people they do have broken bodies, broken minds, broken soul at the age of 32. But that's it. The manosphere has used you. Your most golden and energetic and highest potential years, they spent your 20s. And that's all they need. Now you're gone. You're on the sidelines. You go settle yourself. They don't give a damn. They used your boyness for as long as they could use it, and now you want to become a man? They say, that's your problem. You go figure that out. And that's what you get. This is the outcome. This is the outcome when you give in to the rhetoric of let boys be boys. And I can tell right here, right now, this won't pass. Not with me. Okay? Not with... Anytime someone brings up this BS of let boys be boys, I will tell them, frankly, the answer is no. Boys are equal to girls. Boys will read, just as girls will read. We don't need sports to expand all this energy before we can read a damn text. No, we don't. We're not broken. We're not defective. Yeah, maybe we need a bit more help. Maybe we have like a bit of disadvantage in that category. We're not disabled. The hell you mean? You're treating us like specialized kids? Nothing. I'm not being ableist. I'm just saying, we are not defective. We're not defective girls. Stop treating us like that. We don't need sports to sit down and read. Sitting down and read is a basic component of being a human being. And we are all human beings. In fact, some of the most amazing inventions and discoveries were done by men. So what the hell are y'all talking about? Did Isaac Newton need to do rugby? American football? Did Albert Einstein need to do NBA before he came up with his equations? What about Socrates? I mean, they are fit, don't get me wrong, but do they have to take part in intense competitive team sports before they can sit down and read a damn book and write a good one too? Like, seriously, this is insanity, okay? Let me just finish this off. Let boys be boys is basically the same as letting boys be beasts. And we don't need more beasts in our chaotic society. We need more men. We need more civilized, classy, well-educated, well-discerning men. And that is how we can recover from this insane society. And guys, for however many of you who made it here to this point, I can tell you, you're already one of them. You're already part of the civilized people, and that's great. And I will urge you to spread this message far and wide, because this seriously Seriously, it will help so many men out here who are struggling because they got taken in by the manosphere's propaganda of let boys be boys. And with that, thank you all for watching.